infrastructure level. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's forget about this after for now. Okay, so imagine that you want to run a business or a company. Can you able to run it in today's scenarios without IT industry? Can you able to run a company, a business, an educational institution, or a hospital, or anything in this today's scenario without IT industry? Can you do that?
Irfan, I would request you to please be very audible. It seems as if you're speaking from very far off. Can you be closer to the mic?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. So can you hear me now? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, a little better.
Oh, okay, okay. So imagine that if you want to run a company or a business or an education institution or a hospital, anything in today's scenarios without IT industry. Can you do that? Imagine that if I want to run an hospital, can I run without IT industry or without IT services in today's world?
Yeah, for hospital management, I think you need some administration and staff, some IT equipments to manage the hospital documentation, paperwork.
So in today's scenarios, am I able to run a successful hospital without IT services? Okay, imagine that if I want to store the documents, I can't able to store it like in the past in the specific papers and a specific document and all this stuff, right? So each and everything is virtual right now. So each and everything has a specific database, right? So to store the database, we need the IT services. And if you are going to talk about, there are some equipments which runs on computer applications, and that specific services need IT industry or IT services. In that kind of scenarios, again, we are bound to use the IT services. And if you observe, each and every hospital does have a website and many services they have been providing online. Okay, for those services, again, you need to have the IT services. Okay, so if you observe that everything, if you want to run a company, if you want to run an education institute, a college or a school, or if you want to run a business or a hospital, each and everything needs IT services. Okay, so we are bound to use the IT services in today's world. Without IT services, we were not able to survive. Okay, so let's go back to a couple of years. Imagine that it is 1980. So are we using IT services huge at this period of time, or only few companies were using it?
Yeah, during that time, I think that we were mostly focusing on the hardware, like we had a bigger system, like mainframes. And then during that time, the most consumers didn't have better computer machine available.
Yes.
So yeah, at that time we had some challenges, like we were so backward in the IT industry, and and all these systems were evolving during that time.
Exactly. So only few companies who are privileged will be able to use the IT services. Like the big fishes in the market, like the best MNCs in the market were able to use the IT services. Okay, so at this period of time, So there are no protocols, there are no hierarchies, there are no set of rules which the companies are going to follow. Okay, so there's a company called CCTA who used to provide IT services to UK government at that period of time. Okay, and they have observed two factors. In the IT industry at that period of time. Okay, so they have observed the growing needs for the IT services were literally high. Okay, so each and every company wants to upgrade themselves and they want to use the IT services as much as they can. Okay, and the money being spent on the IT services were literally huge. So it's almost 1:3 or 1:2 what exactly we are going to pay right now to the service providers or to the IT service, what exactly the companies are going to get. Okay, so it was that much huge. And they have seen that no company is following any rules or regulations, or no company have the protocols to follow this to provide the IT services in these specific formats. Okay, so this company CCTV came to a conclusion saying, hey, why don't we provide a set of rules and why don't we publish it across the globe, saying that if you want to provide or if you want to use the IT services, you must have to follow these rules and regulations. Okay, and these set of rules and regulations in today's scenarios, we are going to call it as ITIL. Okay, which is nothing but information technology and infrastructure library. So it doesn't matter how big your company is or how small your company is, you have to follow this set of rules and regulations with the company which you have been having a contract signed with. Okay, so that's how ITIL comes into picture. Am I clear so far? Any questions, guys? Lasbidi, Zubair, Jay, Subbu, Mike, Iqbal. Any questions so far?
Not from my